So, I'm finally here with the schedule video that I was talking about earlier on, with my Warriors finally having their schedule announced. As you could see, NBA calendar once again. I'm leaving a link to their site in the description, as they are one hell of a site, I suppose. Yeah, they can show you, by calculations, as you can see, they, enables in-depth analysis of regular season team schedules. They use altitude, of course. They use expected winds. They use rating, which is VITS, which is Vegas Informed Estimate of Team Strength. The rest, the site, of course. Where are they playing? Home, away, neutral court. Strength of schedule is, of course, the logistic regression model here, as you can see. And rest advantage, rest disadvantage, while also the Vegas Informed, as you can see. If you want to read on it, like I said, leaving a link in the description. And I want to talk about my Warriors, of course, as they have one of the toughest schedules in the league, which makes sense because, of course, they have one of the toughest divisions in the league with Sacramento, Phoenix, Los Angeles, of course, both teams from LA. So it's obviously a pretty hard schedule. Nonetheless, as you could see, total games, are at 80. I'm actually not sure why that is, because when you look at it here, I'm not actually sure why that is, because when you look over all of these games, it is actually 82, right? So I'm not sure what that is about. I guess I'm missing something. Not sure, honestly, but either way, the rest advantages, as you could see, the Warriors have 6 rest advantages this season, which is not a lot, but at the same time, Boston has 16, and they also have, I'm pretty sure, 11 disadvantages. Where is Boston? Boston, I'm pretty sure they're somewhere. Yeah, they're here. So it's not bad. 9 rest disadvantages, 6-9, haha, funny number. And they have the most back-to-backs, as we talked about, with Atlanta, Charlotte, Cleveland, Detroit, Clippers, Lakers, Orlando, and Sacramento. It's funny that the 2 oldest teams in Warriors and Lakers are also the most nationally televised teams, because they both have like around 40 games. Warriors have 41, I'm pretty sure. The Lakers have 40. So it's truly something. And yeah, it sucks a little bit. And they also, of course, will travel 43,462 miles, which the most will be the Clippers there, somewhere in the top 10, I suppose. Not horrible, not bad. And I think we can, here you could see once again the strength of schedule, team, opponent, and of course they balance it out here. The altitude, it's truly intriguing. And nonetheless, we can also filter it out, which after the All-Star break, which is somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure. Let me actually check the calendar fairly easily, right? Yes, 22nd. So after the All-Star break, when we go to February 18, oh wait, that's the start date. I'm not smart. 18th, and we go till, it doesn't matter really here, right? The ending schedule will have the most miles traveled, which is rough. We have 5 back-to-backs. Cleveland, Clippers, Minnesota, and Sacramento have 7, which is a lot back-to-backs to end the season. Rest disadvantages, we have 2, which isn't horrible. The most are 3, most common. Sacramento and Brooklyn have 6. 0 rest advantages, just the same as Detroit. And strength of schedule is fairly better after the All-Star break, so at least there Adam Silver gave us something, I suppose. And when you look at it, let me just go kind of, hopefully it can work like this, does it? That's not great. Let me, maybe one more. 125 should be good. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Nonetheless, when you look at it, the start of the season, we already talked about it a little bit, but I made a tweet about it. I predict 6-4, 7-3 to start the season for us. I think we'll win these first 3 games, then lose in New Orleans, because it's a back-to-back, and I think this happened like the last 2 years. So this will be the 3rd year in a row we'll have a back-to-back game in New Orleans, which is funny. And Sacramento at home, I think we'll win. We'll lose one of these games, and against Denver, I would say. And if we don't lose one of these games, it will be 8-2. But I still feel like 7-3 is the safe bet, but I could see it ranging from 6-4 to 8-2. I don't see us going better than that and worse than that. I genuinely don't think they'll be 5-5 or worse, and I hope I'm right. And then you have a beautiful home stretch here, which is nice after a fairly, rough start away from home, considering last year problems where we were like 11-30 away from home. And I'm excited to see them redeem themselves on the road. Hopefully they actually do though, because it won't be easy. And they end the season on a huge road trip here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 away games with 1 Utah home game sprinkled in. It will be something. It's almost a 10-game road trip, which is insanity. And let me pull up the schedule, the complete schedule here. Let me get this F11. Oh, I'll speedrun the based on absolutely pretty much nothing, as I say right now, and it will be based on vibes, and we'll see where the Warriors land with my vibe check, I suppose. I think actually more like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 6 and 2. So against Denver, I don't see us winning that one. Good guy. See us losing this one actually. See us winning this one because this one is the in Houston. I'll see us winning this one. I think this is a beautiful win streak, even though I could see us losing one of these two. I could see being an L. One of two. But I would predict right now this, because I want to be optimistic as hell. I would say we lose in Phoenix. Then I would say we win in San Antonio, and I would say after a huge rest we win in Sacramento actually. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 3 record here in this stretch. I think we'll win this one. I think we'll win this one, then I think we'll lose this one because it makes too much sense. Then we'll lose this one, then we'll beat the Clippers at theirs, win this one. Even though it's a back-to-back way, I would say we win this one, then we beat Boston. I would say so. I think we're gonna have a huge win streak with maybe one loss sprinkled in between one of these back-to-back games against Portland. Depends how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 2, which would make sense. And then I would say that there's gonna be the first rougher stretch here when you look at it, even though there's a huge homestand, there's also Denver away on Christmas, which I just don't see us winning, even though I would say we can beat Denver, and I think we'll beat them here. I don't think we'll beat them on Christmas. Then Miami, I would say at home is a win. Dallas is always a rough one, but I would say it's a win. This one is a win, I would say this one is a win. Then we lose back-to-back to Detroit after this rough stretch, we'll win out. Then I could see us actually losing one of these games also, but I would say the home magic continues this year with a win here and a win here. And then we beat Chicago and lose all back-to-back to Milwaukee, which makes total sense, right? So this would be once again 7-3, which would mean 7-3. Now we can also erase these once again. Man, get the one thing and they're happy. Then I could see us losing back-to-back here against Memphis. I think Ja is going to back for this one, right? And it will be a road trip. I could see us losing this one, then redeeming ourselves in Utah. Then I'm not sure if we'll beat. I honestly think we'll end the season before the All-Star break on a rough note, and then we'll come out swinging, and we'll win all of these games, and then lose one of these. Maybe even both, honestly. I could see us losing both of these here, and then winning in Brooklyn. Not because we won't be good on the road overall, but I just think I just see us losing to Atlanta or Denver. I could see this going 1 and 2 fairly easily, but as of right now, I'm gonna go like this, and this means this would be the first 6 and 4 stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 and 4, which is right here. And then let me erase these. Alright, I may be cringe, but I'm free. Oh yeah, this could also go very wrong, with both games being back-to-back. What do I see happening here, actually? I think we're for sure losing one of these. I could see us losing both. But we also play, I think this one is easily a win. Then we'll win this one. Oh, now here's the All-Star break, actually. And yeah, we'll go into the All-Star break like this, but I think we'll lose these back-to-back games. I think Indiana is going to be pretty solid, and Philly on the first night of a back-to-back. I'm not sure. And then we also have a back-to-back here instant. Oh, god damn. What do we do here? I think we'll continue the hot streak, but I could see us just simply losing to Charlotte based on rest and winning against Denver because they would want to beat Denver. I see this going on pretty likely. And I see us winning in Washington, even though these games have been fairly but it's going to be against Jordan Poole, so I'm actually going to give him one, because I predicted us will beat him in his return at home to Oracle, to Chase, so I would say like this. And New York Knicks will beat, which would mean once again 6-4, which would be fairly not ridiculous. I'm of course keeping check on here in the notes application. And then we'll have head into the final stretch of the season, where we'll beat Milwaukee at home. I think we'll lose in Boston, and I could see us losing in Toronto, but I don't think so. And after beating Milwaukee, we'll lose a back-to-back here. We'll beat Wemby, then we'll beat Wemby again. We'll lose in Dallas because that's what we do. And I think we'll win both these games. And against the Lakers, I see us just losing this one. I think it makes sense. I gave us way too many wins against the Lakers already anyway. So this would put us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 4 once again. A lot of 6-4 stretches right now. But to be fair, I think it makes perfect sense. And I just would make sense to be, start off hot and then be somewhere around those 50 wins or however so. And then it's not a back-to-back against Indy. But Indy, man, Andrew Lemhard gives me nightmares still to this day, man. But I think we'll win this one. And then this road trip. I see us winning Minnesota because we always have intriguing games. I see us losing back-to-back here. Then winning in Charlotte, then winning once again in here, and losing one of these games at the road trip. I would say against Dallas once again, because Dallas always plays us fairly well in regular seasons, and then beating the Houston Rockets. And then I would say we beat the Utah Jazz at home, and the Lakers again, man. I think we'll just hit the right strides at the end of the season, and I'm gonna be just way too overconfident right now, based off of absolutely nothing. But I just like the roster a lot. I think it makes a lot of sense. Dario Saric is great. I also think a great addition. I also feel like it's going to be fairly underestimated. I think we'll win this one. We'll lose to New Orleans at home, and we'll end with a win against Utah. So we'll end on a 2-1 note, and we'll end on a great note. Let me calculate where did we land. So, based on my estimations, we landed at 54 wins, 82 minus 54, which would put us at 54 and 28. 54 at 28, we landed at 54 and 28. Now I'm going to have to make sure I'll do the same thing when I'm gonna talk about based off of feelings when I'll do the whole NBA schedule. I'll do this essentially for the whole NBA schedule because I think it's going to be an absolutely dumb idea and it's going to be based off absolutely nothing but vibes, but we'll see what happens based off absolutely nothing but vibes. And 54 and 28 is my final prediction right now. And well, not my final prediction, god damn, what am I saying, is like the most uneducated guess. It's essentially just based off of vibes and based off how I feel about the team right now, which I do feel fairly confident about, except for health, of course, which I didn't account for overall here. But 54 and 28 feels fairly realistic in my opinion. We'll see where we end. We'll look back at the end of the season how wrong or right I was, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. It was a little different. I think it's fairly fun to do this. Literally no pressure about it. It's just something that could be fun to look back on in like, what is it, 9 months, 10 months, we'll see. But hey, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great time. Be kind to yourselves and to others, man, and yeah, see you all.